Welcome to my views and news. Continuing our coverage of what happened in Addis Ababa at Adwa celebrations. We have some updates for you. Firstly, first casualty is being reported in the use of force by security forces during Adwa celebrations at Menilik Square. The main ceremony was held at Mescal Square, but the conflict clashes happened at and in the vicinity of Menilik Square. Secondly, Ethiopian government issued a statement 30 minutes ago about Adwa celebrations. Government has confirmed the unrest which happened at Menilik Square. What is government's position? What happened? And what does government intend to do now? Thirdly, viewers, a video is being shared which shows a security officials hitting a horse rider with the barrel of his gun. Details for you. And lastly, viewers, what type of banners, billboards were displayed at the celebration which was held at Mescal Square today? Was Emperor Menilik shown prominently, or was Commander Belcha was shown as the most prominent figure at these billboards and banners? Details for you. Firstly, viewers, several viewers contacted me. Some posted comments about my previous video. In that video, I mentioned a religious program at St. George's Church, and we know that tear gas was fired by security forces outside the church, but the smoke went in the church too, and the worshippers, the followers, Orthodox followers, they were affected, and we're seeing pictures of unconscious priests too. The viewers who contacted me and who commented this say that Saint George's Day is celebrated on the 23rd of February, 23rd of every month, Ethiopian calendar. And since on Thursday it was 23rd of February, Ethiopian calendar, that is why Saint George celebration was being held at the church. Secondly, twice a year, special programs are held on St. George's Day. And one of these two occasions is the 23rd of February. 23rd of February, tabut is taken out. Church Orthodox followers, they sing and they accompany tabut. So this is one of the two main occasions a year when large gatherings are held at St. George Church. Now my point is that everyone knew that something was going to happen at Menilik Square. Why? 3 to 4 days ago I did a video. I am not an Ethiopian. I have never been to this church, never been to Menilik Square. But 3 to 4 days ago, I warned there could be conflict at Menilik Square. So people who were coming to attend the church program, they would be aware of it as well. And church authorities too. Because government banned gathering at Menilik Square. No one was allowed to gather at Menilik Square. So there were apprehensions that something could happen. The programs could have been postponed to save the lives of people. But problem is that in this conflict, church leaders, politicians, government officials. No one steps back. And in the end, who suffers? People. No church leader, no top church elders suffer. No top government officials suffer. No politicians. Only ones who are the victims of these conflicts are poor civilians, who are ordinary followers or supporters of these groups. So that is why when there was a conflict meters away at Menilik Square, how can you say that the people would remain protected at the church? Such conflicts spread so fast. So that is what happened. I think the church authorities should have ensured that, but problem is that church and politics are intertwined in Ethiopia. Why was this celebration held? It is said that Emperor Menilik took Ark of Covenant to Adwa when he went there to fight. That is why St. George Church remembers Emperor Menilik II. Church, politics are intertwined in Ethiopia. We cannot deny that. When I say that, it doesn't mean that I am supporting Oromo narrative, other narratives. No. Church, politics are intertwined. It should be separated. Both should be separated for the sake of the lives of people. Now, viewers, first casualty is being confirmed. A physics teacher who was teaching at Menilik public school died today during the stampede, though cause of his death has not been made public so far. His name is Melan Vidaj. Obviously, he died in the vicinity of Menilik Square. And Amhara activists are accusing the government, accusing security forces. Question is, did he receive any bullets or did he die in stampede? It's not clear. I have not seen any pictures of this man with bullet wounds. So it's too early to say. What is the cause of death? It's too early to say. But even if he died in stampede, who is responsible for stampede? Government security forces. In the end, responsibility lies with the government. And there are some others who are injured too, some Orthodox followers as well. So by tomorrow, things will be clear. Let's hope there are no more casualties. Ethiopian government has released a statement confirming the unrest, the riot at Menilik Square. Government says that Adwa celebrations, Adwa Victory Day celebrations across Ethiopia were peaceful. Only some troublemakers tried to create riots at Menilik Square. But security forces knew that in advance. They had taken some precautionary measures. And government is accusing troublemakers that they disrupted a church program at St. George's Church. And when security forces took action, some Orthodox followers suffered minor damage, but not serious damage. Government says it will take action against troublemakers. It will ensure that there is accountability. So firstly, government has confirmed that there were riots, there was confrontation between security officials and people at Menilik Square. But will government take action against security officials? No, it has never happened. There could be some superficial action just to appease the people, but we never see accountability. And question is, why did the government change the venue from Menilik Square to the other square, Mescal Square. If people wanted to celebrate this day at Menilik Square, why did government oppose it? This is the basic question. Did government try to erase Menilik from these gatherings? Well, if government tried that, I think government failed miserably. People were heard chanting slogans for Menilik. It will make the other side entrenched in their support for Menilik. If government continues its efforts to keep Adwa Victory Day celebrations away from Menilik Square, and that is what happened today. Thirdly, a video is being shared. It is being circulated in social media showing a security official hitting a horse rider with the barrel of his gun. The horse rider can be seen falling off. The video is like a video which was seen a few days ago when a security official slapped an Orthodox priest. I interviewed that priest. He said that he wouldn't take revenge. He forgave that security official. That is why I say there will never be accountability, because these security officials, they commit excesses in broad daylight. And people don't resist. Why? Because people know that if they're arrested, if they're detained, no one is going to help them. Government will not release them. That is why in broad daylight, with hundreds of people standing around, these security officials commit excesses and no one hold them accountable. Lastly, viewers, some banners were displayed at Mescal Square today, where a ceremony was held to celebrate this day, and on these banners and posters, Commander Belcha was shown in the middle, as if he was the one who led this war in 1896. Menilik was shown on margins of these posters, but Commander Belcha was shown in the center. So I am sometimes very surprised that what are these Ethiopian leaders doing? What are they getting from these petty decisions, like removal of Menilik from pictures, or sidelining of Menilik from pictures, like shifting of the ceremony from Menilik Square to Mescal Square, and the other side as well. I mean, why are they insisting on the thing that Menilik must be part of each and every poster and billboard and banner? People are fighting, leaders are fighting over what happened more than a century ago. What happened more than a century ago is creating a conflict in today's Ethiopia. And leaders are not learning. Why? Because that is how they strengthen their support in their constituencies, in their bases. Religious leaders command following from people if they take some hardliner positions. Same is the case with politicians as well. People will have to learn that by being at the forefront, they must not sacrifice themselves for these petty disputes, which are centuries old. Present matters more and future matters the most. not what happened more than a century ago. But I know people in comment section would start accusing me of being anti-Amhara or anti-Oromo after this video. But that is how I understand the situation. Fighting over useless issues which won't take Ethiopia ahead. Rather, the conflict which we are seeing between these two top groups of Ethiopia now, Oromos and Amharas, it will create problems for common Ethiopians, not for leadership. Thank you for watching.